Hello, wonderful people. How are you doing? It's a guest, your wonderful person, your wonderful girl, Mercy. Thank you for always tuning into this channel to see the content I create. Thank you for subscribing. For our returning subscribers, I appreciate you. For those who are yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button so that whenever I drop a new video, you will be notified and you get the prompting of the video. So today we're looking at bullying in school, what to teach your children, how to arm your children against bullying. Bullying is a global social malaise. It is a vice. It is something that affects the life of a child negatively. And if nothing is done about it, it can cripple the future. It can destroy the life of the child who is bullied. So sit back and relax while let us discuss this in few minutes. Now, what is bullying? What is bullying? It is let's say it is quite unfortunate that many people still believe that it was in those days that they used to bully students or children in school. But these days, bullying has transcended to a higher level, and parents, guidance, teachers, mommy, daddy, uncle, auntie must open their eyes to the realities we have found ourselves, must open their eyes to the fact that the level that bullying has gone to has is now beyond what we know. A lot is going on. Now, bullying is an unwanted aggressive behavior exhibited among school children, amongst really children, teenagers, you know, that involves real and perceived power imbalance. You know, you have to understand that people bully others just to show this power and power, tussle, the fact that I'm the boss here. That is why I can bully you and you can do nothing about it. So it involves real and perceived power imbalance. Like I'm the one on top, or I'm the one you should respect. I'm the boss here. Children who are bullied, who are bullies, they do it as a way to get power, to showcase power, and to show their popularity, to show that they are the boss in charge, they are the ones that you should bow to. They just do it to show power. Bullying has done great harm to our children, and it makes the child feel depressed, makes the child feel anxious. It causes the child to be sick. It causes the child to sometimes begin to have nightmares because of that environment. The child wants to leave that place, that school. The child can't sleep well at night. There's this anxiousness, there's this depression. Excuse me. There's this depression. There's this anxiety, and it can cause sickness. It can even lead to death in severe cases. Getting bullied is a traumatic experience that you don't pray any child to go through. It diminishes the child's self-esteem. It instills negative fear on the child, and can make the child to be withdrawn. You see a very lively child, happy child. The child is now withdrawn. The child can't talk to you, can't express him or herself because fear has been instilled into this child. The child can't express himself. The child is dropping in the academic progress. The child is not doing well in school. Something is wrong. You know, Kids who are bullies, they are sometimes psychopathic. They are defiant children, very stubborn children who sometimes the parents say, I've been talking, he's not changing, she's not changing, defiant children, they're oppositional, they are very disrespectful. Yeah, they're always not obedient. Yes, because they do this thing, they bully children, they bully others because they derive a sense of gratification from it. That this pleasure, that this thing that they derive, that gratification that makes them feel, yeah, I'm the boss here and I can do anything. They feel happy when people are in pain. They feel happy. Those are characteristics of bullies. They feel happy when people are in pain. They feel, well, that's like, this is a slave, I can do anything to you. So there's this gratification they derive when they bully others. You know. Now you have to also understand that insecurity can drive bullying. That feeling that unless I do something, unless I am in the place of power, these people will belittle me, or these people will feel I'm irrelevant. So the sense of insecurity has led many children to become bullies. Parents, guardians, caregivers must stand up to their duty. Your children should feel secure. That self-esteem, that contentment must be there. When children are insecure, it drives them to the place of what can I do to show myself? What can I do to be the one in charge? What can I do to show that I'm powerful? So it drives them to the place, of power. They're driven for the law, not just love for power. They just want to be relevant. Just want to, when people see them, they cheater. When students see them, they run away. That fear, they want it. Many parents are also bullies. Many caregivers, many teachers are bullies. We're looking at these children bullying in school. Many teachers have bullied students to the point that these students don't know what to do. Many parents are bullies that when these children are going to school, they are this sigh of relief, like, oh my God, for this like 5 hours or 4 hours, let me be myself. So when we point fingers at bullying in school, we should look inward to know whether we are the bullies ourselves. Many parents, if you see how they bully their children, you wonder what is happening. What is happening? So we must address that problem at home. We must fix that problem in within before we start fixing the one outside. Is your home free from bullying? As a teacher, are you bullying your students? As that sports master, as that hostel mistress, as that proprietor, what have you done to stop bullying from both students and from those who are supposed to be like their caregivers? So we must rise up to the occasion. So bullying does not only happen in the school environment, it happens everywhere. And it can happen from, anyone. Now let's look at the types of bullying that we have. We have the verbal bullying. This under verbal bullying, expressive bullying, where you see, children, you tease people, children tease each other, or if the bullying is coming from an older person, teasing, name calling, taunting people, threatening to cause harm. So these are verbal bullying. And these things are predominant. We see it every day happening. So people feel bullying is only when someone is beating a child, or when a senior is trying to, oppress a junior student. No, 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 no. You have the verbal bullying. Many teachers are guilty of verbal bullying. They tease people, the name calling, the inappropriate sexual comments. You bully the students, you do a lot of things to them by the way you talk, by your verbal expressions. So we have the verbal bullying. So is bullying comes in different forms. We have the social bullying. It's more like a relational bullying. Yeah, when you hurt people's reputation, when you hurt people's esteem, when you hurt people, like you embarrass people in public. Many parents are guilty of social bullying. You embarrass a child in public, you spread rumors about a child. You tell children, not to be friends with someone. Many parents are just like, okay, I don't want you to be friends with that neighbor, I don't want you to be friends with that child. you know although you want to protect your child as family, this person is a bad person or the bad characters, I don't like it. But trying to now, you discuss with the child based on the child's level and age and maturity. When you just tell the child, I don't want to just sit with that person without even telling the child, what has this person done? Why should I stay away from this person? It's and when such a person is coming close to them, we're wondering, why should I stay away from this person? And that makes the person start looking at that other person with this negative, feeling, and it can cause bullying. So social bullying, when you hurt people's reputation, their image, you embarrass someone in children in public, your children, teachers embarrassing their students in public, spreading rumors about people, telling you not to, have be friends with others. Now we have the physical bullying, which is what many people know. The physical bullying, when you hit children, when the children hit each other, the pinching, the kicking, this is very predominant, and this is where people feel that's the only type of bullying we have. The spanking, the spitting, see people spitting, or even children spitting at each other. This is predominant in our homes, in the school, breaking someone's thing. A child is playing with a toy, broke it. This happens in school where the senior students will come and that thing that gives you joy, the junior student, they just need to take it away from you, and what can you do? So these are the various types of bullying we have. So you must be able to engage your children in discussions, letting them know what bullying is all about, teaching them, and you should not be a bully. Because if the mother or a father is teaching a child about bullying, and that mother is a bully, what exactly are you teaching your child? If a teacher is teaching bullying in school as a vice, as a malaise, and that teacher is a bully, what exactly are you teaching? What exactly are you teaching? So I'm going to share some tips with you to, help you, groom your children, to arm them against bullying, whether in school, whether in church, whether in the lesson center, whether in the hostel. It helps you. These tips will help you to, train your children, train your words, even as a teacher, to train your students to know what to do when they are faced with bullying. First of all, I talked about educating your child to know what bullying is all about. Discuss it, teach a child not be ability the child the consequences of bullying, teach the child that bullying is bad. You know, let them know the sounds, signs to look out for in a bully. But many bullies have the same characteristics. Many of them have that similar, characteristic. And when you see that this is a bully, now teach your children to always speak out. Be the best friend to the best friend your child can ever, have or even desire to have. Be that friend. Let your engage in deep conversations. Let your child know what, let your child be able to talk to you. Say, mommy, this is what happened in school, this senior did this, that my friend in the class did this teacher did this. Have that conversation. Let them come back and tell you how their day went, what happened. But when you as a mother, when you as a father, when you're, is a bully, when you as a teacher, when you as a guardian is a bully, how do they come back? Because there's this fear coming from you. I can't even tell you anything. They can't tell you anything because it could be that you're landing a slap, or you're not even allowing them to explain, and you're judging them on without even knowing the real situation. So have conversations with the children, let them know what bullying is all about, teach them the signs to look out for bullies, teach them to always speak out. So another very important thing is practice appropriate responses. Let your children teach them phrases they can use, simple words they can use, to defend themselves, or to talk back at their abuser, or the bully around them. You know, Teach them to stand up to their bully. Yes, don't, teach them not to cry when they are being bullied. Rather, they should speak up to that person. Teach them to be bold. Teach them to be very confident. They should not reward their bully with tears. Teach them words they can use on their bullies to tell them, don't do that. Sir, this is wrong. My friend, don't, that is bullying. Don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Teach them words they can use. So they should not reward their bully with tears, and teach them how to report. Teach them that anytime they are being told, if you talk, I'll kill you, there's danger. Tell them to learn how to report. They can, if the children are in boarding houses, let them call, let them reach out to their whoever is in, maybe their guardian or their housemaster, the house mistress. They should reach out to the parents immediately to report. They should never close their mouth against them when they're being bullied. They must report. Teach them how to report. Teach them how to be bold to face that, those who are bullying them. Now, as a parent, you have to talk to the school. If your school, the school your children are going to, don't talk about bullying, don't talk about the social vices, then there's a problem. Be involved, attend the PTA meetings, know what is happening. Anytime your child complains of something, go to the school. Let them say, yes, it is there. Yes. To have a child is not easy. It's not easy to be a mother, and you can't lose that child because of bullying. So you must engage the owner of the school, engage the teachers, let them know, my daughter said this. And it's another thing to know who your child is. Know who your child is and know how to listen the truth from your child. Whichever way you talk to the school owner, the owner of the school, the teachers, tell them about these things, and whatever your child is complaining, don't keep quiet. And if your child keep mentioning a name, or this person is bullying me, this senior is this, go to the school, meet the person, and talk to the parents of the bully. Yes. So that way you can also be helping that parents, because that parents might not know even the child is a bully. Yes, it happens. Most of these children come back and pretend to be good to children, and when they go to school, they do a whole lot. So you must know who the bully is, meet with the parents of the bully, and discuss. Warn them, tell them this. Are you aware your child is doing this? What have you done? Now praise progress. When your child comes back to say, Mommy, see that senior student or came to me and said that I'm trying to beat me, and I stood up and praise the child. Praise progress is in key. Praise the child. Or maybe you're watching a film and someone is trying to build another person, the person stood up to that, and the child is there. You see that thing, you see it? Praise the child. Don't come and start condemning. Why did you first of all, if what the child did is appropriate, you praise it out. So encourage your children to speak out, build your child's confidence. Many children do not have confidence, and that is why they're taking a lot of, they don't talk. If you talk, I'll kill you. Don't They should be able to have confidence of themselves, confidence to express themselves, confidence to know who they are. The better your child feels about him or herself, the less likely the bully will affect the child. Remember, this bullying has effects, psychological effects, health effects. And sometimes, even when you cushion the bullying, the effect on that child might still be there. So, a child having confidence helps the child not to allow that bullying get to her esteem, her personality. So you must be out for your children. You must be able to teach. Even as teachers, these children under your care, you have a responsibility to teach them not to be bullied, and those showing bullying tendencies, correct them, talk to their parents, you know, talk to their parents, let them know what these children are doing, because most parents do not know who their children are. Instill confidence, build the child's confidence, whether it's your child, whether it's a child under your care, whether you're a guardian, build the child's confidence. Teach the children to always speak out, to always speak out, to always speak out. Bullying is a menace, is a problem. It's a problem. And a lot of things are happening. Just this, a note of warning to those whose children are in the boarding house. I'm not saying boarding house is very bad, but if it's possible for you to be with your children during the formative years of their life, please be with your children. Many people's children are in the boarding school not because of just because they are not available, not because they like it. They're not available to take a let them just be in school so that they can become independent. Many children's lives have been ruined through what they learn in school. Even though sometimes they are even day students or boarding students. But when these children are in boarding house, it's you just see them when they come back. You don't maybe 2 weeks holiday, 1 month they've come back, you know. But if you can, just for me, that's my personal opinion. If you can, stay with your children during their formative years. Know who your children are. Teach them right. Because from school, before you know, they move to another level. From another level, they're out of your house. And by the time you know it, you have a child whose life has been messed up by bullying, by harassment, by abuse. So let's as a parent, bringing up children is a responsibility. Even God who created us, he feels he gave you that child. That is his desire. And he gave you that child, and you be a caretaker. So why should you that is a caretaker of a child, now what do you tell God when something happens to that child? Like you weren't there, that I was so busy, and all of that. Look closely. Even if you're so busy, weak, anytime you have look through your child, look at their body, are there marks on their body? Talk to them, engage, they let them be happy, talk to them, let them know what's happening, you're interested in their progress, ask them how is school, how is this your friend, is anybody beating you, is anybody harassing you? Just bring up those conversations. I know it will help. Bullying is prevalent in this country, in Africa, in all over the world. It happens. So let's bring down our eyes closely. Let's look inward and see what's happening. And for a father and for a mother whose child is a bully, work on your children. Help them. See, if they need to go through a therapy, let them go through a therapy. They need to go and meet counselors. Because if you neglect that child and the child goes out to kill another child, you will go in for it as a father, as a mother. Yeah, you too will partake of the sin of that bully. So as parents whose children are obstinate, you're trying, it seems like it's not working. What do I do? What do I do? Seek help. Seek help. If you need to withdraw that child from that school, do that and bring the child closer to you. To a school, you'll be monitoring. If you are a child who's in the hostel is being reported on the boarding houses, the teachers are calling you, your child is a bully, bring that child home. Discipline that child. If he needs therapy, take that child through therapy. And because if this child, even as a bully, is still your child, the destiny of that child matters. I just hope we've been able to learn something today about bullying and the tips we can give to help train our children with to arm them against bullying in school, bullying in the church, bullying outside the environment, outside of the web, in the society. Yeah. So do take care of yourself, and I hope you learned something today. Please drop in your comments. I want to see your comments. Let's have an interaction on this issue of bullying. Do take care of yourself.